Kelly, welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a long time since I made a video. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite books or my top books of 2017. Sorry to bring up the past, but I have yet to film this video and it's a tradition on my channel. So in touch with tradition, I will be telling you guys my favorite books of this past year. Last year was the worst reading year for me, like ever, in a very, very long time, which sucks. Since I started BookTube, this has been the worst year. Reading-wise, in life-wise, wasn't too shabby, but yeah, I just really didn't read anything. I read about 54 books in 2017, which sucks because the year before that I read 80-something books, and the year before that I read 70-something books. So it was just really, really bad. But so many things have gone on my channel, and you guys can see that and keep up with that in like my other social medias, in my life, in my second channel, my vlog life channel, Kelly Space Rose, always linked down below. I have 8 books with me that were my absolute favorites of last year, and overall I think the books that I read last year were like okay. Some were really, really good, some were not so good, but overall, you know, I read stuff, not the best. Hopefully 2018 I will read a lot more, but I will be talking about, I think, 2018 goals or something like that soon in another video. Maybe we'll see what happens, but for now, here are my favorite books of 2017. Number 8 on my list of favorite books of 2017 is The Dark Artifices, Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. This book came out this year, so anticipated, one of my most highly anticipated releases of 2017. It is the second book in the Dark Artifices trilogy series. I'm not sure, by Cassandra Clare, follows the Shadowhunters. So good. The writing in this is absolutely phenomenal. Cassandra Clare gets so much better with every single book that she writes, and I absolutely loved this book. Can't wait for the next one, you know. The next book on my list, number 7 of favorite books of 2017, is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the final book, book 4 in the Raven Cycle Quartet. The Raven Cycle is a series that has taken me forever to read, but it is one of my favorites because it is just so unique and I love it so much. This book, so good, wrapped up everything so nicely, and I just love the Raven Cycle. I love the Raven Boys so much. Number 6 on my list for favorite books for 2017 is also another book that I was highly anticipating throughout the entire year and the year prior, and that is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Now, John Green, for me, I loved his books when I first read it, and then also as time went on, I was like, oh, I don't know if I really like John Green that much. But this book definitely proved me wrong. John Green came back with this book and I was just floored by it. It was really not what I was expecting at all from John Green, but there were just so many elements that I enjoyed. I enjoyed the main character, I enjoyed the message that I was trying to convey, and what I really loved about this book was it was a John Green book without the focus of romance like so many of his other books, and I think that's just so great and so wonderful. Loved it. So good. The next book on my list is More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. Adam Silvera is an author that has taken me a long time to read, but I am so glad I finally had the chance to read his stuff. Man, this book was so good. It was ridiculously sad and heartbreaking, and I was just filled with such emotion after finishing this book, and I freaking loved it. Obviously, I loved it. Number 4 on my list of favorite books of 2017 is Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Arlier Saez. I'm so sorry. But this book has a lot of criticism. Some may call it overly hyped. Some love this book, some hate this book. I really liked this book. I loved this book. I was very taken back by the writing. I was very surprised about the writing. I loved the dialogue, how it just went back and forth for several pages. I loved the uniqueness of the characters. It was just a really great book that I wasn't expecting to like as much as I did. Now, for the top 3 of my favorite books of 2017, I have kind of a manga series, but yeah, kind of the series as a whole, and it is the Noragami manga series by Adachi Toka. I read about volumes, I think 14 through 18 or something like that throughout the span of this year, and man, every time I read a volume of this manga, I just fell in love more and more with this series. And the next one doesn't come out until 2018 in April, and I just don't know if I'm ready for that. But it's so good. This is one of my favorite anime, one of my favorite mangas. Absolutely love it. The art, the story arc, I know some might get tired of it, but I just think it's so ridiculously unique about the gods and everything. Fantastic. I love it so much. Now, my top 2 books of 2017 are books that I just really wasn't expecting to love, and I think that's the theme of 2017 in my 2017 reading career. So number 2 on my list of favorite books of 2017 is Spinning by Tilly Walden, and this is a graphic novel. This graphic novel follows a true story of a girl named Tilly who is an ice skater as she discovers that there's more to life than figure skating. I just picked it up on a whim in Barnes & Noble and I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the story. There are LGBTQ plus elements in this graphic novel as well. It is just so good, and the way that it's told in just this quiet, natural, organic way that just flows, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I loved it. It was so simplistic, but so important, the messages that it conveys. And what can I say? I just loved it. I loved it so much, and I think about this graphic novel often, very often in fact. And the last book on my list, my absolute favorite book of 2017, is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. Wow. This book has probably snuck its way to be my favorite book of all time. I think so. When I just read this book, I wasn't expecting much, like all of these books that I read practically. But there's just something that touched me about this book that I feel like I could connect to on a deep level, and I'm not saying it's because I have depression or anything like that, or if that I am a cartoonist or an artist or whatever, but it's just something that I think so many of us have, that Eliza has, that you just relate so much to it. This is a story about a girl who is the author of a very famous webcomic, and her entire life she hides behind this persona that she's made for herself on the internet. And then it takes someone else to see her who she really is, and for her to be comfortable with just being Eliza and not being someone else that she is online. And I just connected so much with that. And there's so many other elements of this book that I was just like, whoa, like, yeah. So this is my favorite book of 2017. It's so good. I loved it. I loved it so much. It spoke so much to me, and I don't know why. I guess there's just so many words that I can't really express, that when I think of this book, you know, I don't know, but I loved it. I absolutely loved Eliza and Her Monsters. These were all of my favorite books of 2017. Let me know what were your favorite books of 2017. I hope you guys had a happy New Year celebration. I hope 2018 brings you with so much better reading and better times and all the good happiness things. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much, as always, for supporting my channel. Expect more content, hopefully, in 2018, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!